Bring the hands in to prayer at the heart. And we'll inhale for 1 Om, inhaling nice and deep. And we're going to begin by extending the legs out in front of us. We'll take a brief forward fold. It's nice to prop the body up on blankets, so feel free to elevate those hips over the feet. If you're comfortable here, we'll begin. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, pull the belly in, drop the shoulders down, fold forward. Let the hands fall where they may. Maybe they touch the feet. No worries if not. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin, round through the back. Let go in the neck also. And even if you can touch the feet, just let the hands go. Let them fall completely down to the floor so the shoulders are nice and relaxed. Our forward folds are restorative. They calm the nervous system. And it's giving us a moment to go inwards, so feel free to do so. Breath long, breathe deep. Notice how it feels to completely round. Where does this stretch begin for you? On the next inhale, we'll slowly roll back to center. And from here, we're going to extend the left foot long, pull the right foot close to the body. And I'm going to inhale, arms high, exhale, fold, Janu Shirshasana. If the hands clasp the foot, great, no worries if not. And exhale, fold. The belly is still engaged here. We're pulling the belly in. Both hips on the ground, pelvis on the ground. And fold. If you're comfortable here in your folds, walk the hands forward. Inhale, lengthen just a bit, and exhale, fold. You can come all the way down to the mat, or you can just stay somewhat lifted. Flex through that right foot. Still, as you can see, all my toes are stretching out and away from each other. I'm especially working with that pinky toe right now. And then we'll inhale, rise up. Extend that right leg long, pulling the left foot in to the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen, reach up, twist over that right foot, exhale, fold. Belly pulling in, let the neck hang, spine rounding. If you want to, you can use a belt to pull that foot closer to the body, or you can use a block also. A few more breaths here, then inhale, rise up. And then we'll take a wide-legged straddle. So inhale, lift those legs up and off the mat. And then I'm going to drop those legs, and I'm actually going to move the flesh of the legs away from me here. I'm going to inhale, lengthen, reach up, look up. Exhale, and I'm folding. Keeping the seat on the ground. And you can fold as far down as feels good to you. Maybe the head
hands all the way down to the mat. We want to keep the low back as lengthened as possible. It will eventually round, but you can prop yourself up on 2 or 3 blankets here, so feel free to do so. I'm still flexing through those feet, as you can see. And we're working through the hamstrings and the inner groin. Stay with it. Breathe into any points of tension. The easier it becomes, the longer you hold. Or the longer you hold, the easier it becomes. And then slowly, gently rise back up. Inhale, look up. Bring your arms down by the sides and bring the hands to just behind the knees and gently help those knees back to center. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together next. I'm going to press each toe into one another, the pinky toes touching, and all the other toes, soles of the feet pressed together. And if you're comfortable here, you can clasp those feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and fold. Letting that neck drop. Cobbler's pose. Inhale, slowly round back up. And next, we'll bring the feet a little wider this time, and then see if you can squeeze those arms underneath the calves. The toes are still pressing together and pulling the belly in. And I'm letting the legs hang over the arms and folding more deeply here. Let the neck go. And then walk those hands back through, hands to the knees, pull the knees together, and we're going to hug it in. Have your belts nearby. Just going to hug the knees into the chest. And we'll take boat pose, Navasana. I'm kicking those legs up, belly pulling in. If you want to bring the hands behind the knees while you set up, feel free. Arms out by the sides. Hold. If you want to lengthen through those legs, go for it. Bring it back in. Extend. Bring it back in. Extend. Back to 90 degrees. Hug it in. And rock back and forth. Just lengthening the spine on the mat. Feels good to rock it out. And then hugging the knees into the chest. We'll grab our belt next. Working the hamstrings more deeply. We're going to bring the belt to the middle of the foot. I'm going to extend through that heel. My shoulders are still plugging into the ground beneath me. If I want to extend through that left leg, go for it. Heels kicking out on both sides of the body. From both feet, pull that leg in. From here, I'm going to bring the belt to the ball of that foot, the right foot. Extend and kick up that heel a bit more. And then bring the right hand further down the belt, left hand to the left hip to ground it, I'm going to open the right leg all the way out to the right, kicking and extending. See how far that leg goes. No need to bring it all the way down to the mat. You ideally want both shoulders pressing down into the mat, as well as the pelvis also. And then slowly bring it back up to center. I'm going to bring the right hand to the outside of the thigh crease. I'm going to rotate the flesh of that right thigh out and around to the side. Then I'm going to bring the left leg just over a bit, 45-degree angle. It's deepening it here. And I'm going to twist, dropping all the way to the left. Reach out, extend through that right arm for the twist. Inhale, bring it back. Take half happy baby now. You can either use the belt or grab the outside edge of the foot. You can also bring that left leg back to the mat. Feeling the stretch all through the back of the thigh. Remembering to breathe. And removing the belt completely. Hugging that the right foot in, right knee in. And we'll do some circles. So circle that leg out to the right. Circle it in the other direction. And we'll move over to the other side. Grabbing your belts, looping the left foot. Bring the belt to the middle of the foot. Kick up, extend through the left heel. My shoulder blades are firmly pressing down into the mat. And I'm going to extend that right leg if that feels good. Kicking out through the right heel, kicking up with the left heel. Then I'm going to bring the belt to the ball of the foot. Notice how that changes the pose. And I'm going to extend the left leg out to the side, using the belt and grounding the right hip down. Kick out through that left heel. Breathe into it. And then slowly bring that left leg back up to center. Bringing the left hand to the outer thigh crease. Place the left hand right on that hip point. Rotate the flesh around to the left. Kind of wrap it underneath you. Then bring the left leg over to the right. Notice how that really deepens this pose here. And then we'll let it go, twisting out to the right. Left arm extends long. Left shoulder reaching down towards the mat. We'll stay here for a few breaths. And then slowly rise back up. Take half happy baby. Put the belt to the side if you can easily grab the left foot. And hug the left knee into the chest, extending out through that right leg. And we'll circle the leg, bringing more mobility into that hip joint. Circle around again. And we'll take full happy baby this time. Pull through the outer edges of the feet. You can rock from side to side. Breathe into the belly. And then hugging those knees into the chest, we'll rock forward for extended child's pose. So bringing those knees up and back behind you. You can move through plow if it's in your practice. Getting a little momentum. And one more time. Rolling forward. And I'm pressing back into extended child's pose. And the knees are as wide as the mat. Toes come to touching. Hips sink back. I'm extending out through those hands. And I'm letting the torso drop. Head to the mat. The hips pull back as the hands stretch forward. And then bring the arms over to the left. Feel the stretch through the right side ribs. And then walk the hands all the way over to the right. Feeling a stretch through the left side of the body. And then we'll slowly roll back up to center. If you have a block, grab a block. We're going to put the block right between the legs and sit back on it for virasana, hero's pose. We want the feet right outside the outer hips. And if you're comfortable here, we'll stay here. If you can go further, we'll just remove the block. Sit down between the feet. And from here, I'll lower all the way down for supta virasana. So I'm going to just come back down onto the elbows. Staying here if it feels good. If you want to go deeper, you can lower down completely. Keep those knees together. And if this feels good for you here, you can bring the arms all the way up and overhead. Clasp the elbows and imagine like you're pushing the belly up towards the ceiling. Breathe nice and deep into the belly here. This is a really deep pose. Stay with it. And then when you're ready, we'll come up using the elbows to rise up. Staying in our upright virasana for just a moment. And then we'll just roll forward. We'll take a few cat and cow poses. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. Inhale, look up, hips lift. Exhale, round. Inhale through cow. Exhale, round, belly pulls in. Inhale, one last time. Exhale and round. We'll reach those hands forward for puppy. Hands reaching forward. And the hips are going to lift nice and high, up over the knees. Then I'm going to drop the forehead down to the mat. Hands reaching forward. Our arms are in a downward facing dog position. And the hips are lifting up and back. So the only thing that's different is that the legs are resting. And working into the shoulders a bit, drop those arms down to the mat. Clasp those hands. Bring the head back down. And inhale, point those fingers up to the ceiling. Still pull back with the hips. If you're tight in your shoulders, this is going to be really intense through the upper arms, all the way back down through the shoulder blades. Stay with it. And then we'll slowly
rise up. We'll take Ardha Matsyendrasana. Pull that left leg around. Right leg sweeps up and over the left knee. Inhale. Lengthen with the left arm high. Exhale and twist. Belly revolves around to the left. And a little counter pose. Bringing the right knee down to the floor this time. Sweep the left leg up and over. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, twist around the knee. Use that left hand behind you. The belly revolves up and over. Exhale, release. And we'll close in Sukhasana. Bring the palms face up on the knees. Breathe into the belly. Feel the crown of the head lifting slightly upwards. Hands into prayer. We'll close with one Om. Inhaling. Om. Bowing the head to the heart. Namaste.